think Zion Williamson has like real issues health-wise and mental-wise. I feel like Frank Ocean, while he may have mental problems, like I don't think that's a reason.
And he hurt his ankle.
Oh, he did.
Damn, so he's really Zion.
No,
he's really Zion.
But I don't think that means you just play your fans, bro. I think
Zion's playing the fans. Bro, think about the little kid.
Do people care about
Think about the little kid who's
New
like,
Orleans,
Mom, Dad, I gotta go to this New Orleans Pelicans game. And you see this fat on the bench not playing that day.
Because he got
paid
injured?
money for these things. Not because he's fat.
Bro, he's not injured
Why
right
did
now.
bro.
He's just big and bad.
Why did he get big and bad? It's crazy. That put up 36 on Rudy Gobert. You're nasty for that. I think our album will be called The Boys. Simple, to the point. Lame.
That's terrible.
It's lame.
Miles' Angels.
He's wild. He's wild.
It's gonna be that type of pod today.
No.
Yes,
we're
sir.
calm today. We're calm.
Nuh-uh.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the StereoVision podcast.
What's good? Happy end of the year.
Know what I'm saying? Made it through a great 2023.
Yeah, I think it was great.
It
was good.
At the end.
There were moments when it felt awful, but
Yeah.
you know, in hindsight, it was a pretty good year.
I'm giving it a solid 6.5.
That's low, bro.
Nah. I think that's... I hate when niggas do that, bro, because average is 5.
Yeah, but I don't live an average life.
But neither does he. He said 6.5. 6.5 is above average.
But not enough for me. You gotta, bro. You moved yourself to Los Angeles. You be
This year?
no, I
This
think that was
calendar
last
year?
year.
No,
That
it was last year. It was last year. It was 2022 summer.
I mean,
fall.
you got invited onto the coolest podcast in the world
That's true. Did that happen this year or end of last year?
this year, right?
That was this year, I think.
That was this
Yeah.
year?
Yeah.
Damn, then it has been a great year.
We moved into this house this year.
Wow.
Set the studio up.
It was... I think that this was a really, really crazy year. I put a rating on it. I think my year was probably like a 7.8. My year was an 8. My year was an 8.
I'll give it an 8 too, bro. I'll
Yeah.
give it an 8 too. It was a good year.
It was a smooth 8.
Definitely a turbulent year for me. So that's why I'm giving it such a low rating. But I think sometimes you need things to shake up a little bit.
Yeah, bro. I mean, 2022 was like a 4. So I'm not.
2022
Yeah,
2022 was crazy.
that was a time. That was a time. But I mean, I'm happy that we were able to make it here safely. You know what I mean? I think there was a lot of laughs, a lot of good shit that happened this year. I don't know, just on the podcast shit. Like, we appreciate everyone that's here. We really grew this year, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We put up numbers. We had a lot of good reactions. I think the pod got a lot better. Seriously, like, Osei Jordan was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You think you would last?
You think I'm last?
You would last. Like,
I
when
would
we
last.
asked you, like, you keep doing it? Like, you thought you was going to be committed to it?
Oh, that was my plan from the start.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my plan from the start. Y'all didn't know. I was
This
plotting.
nigga knew.
I was-
This nigga was trying to work his
I was
way.
plotting. I asked Spencer to be on the podcast for like 3 weeks in a row. And
He
then
did.
I finally got on it and I was like, all right, bet. I've already made my mark.
We here with it. We here.
I thought you asked him if he was gonna last. Like, how long you think you're gonna make it?
Oh, no. I knew. It was my plan from the beginning.
Nah, bro.
So-
Honestly, after like the first guest episode, I literally came up to him. I was like, "Yo, we gotta think about this. We should we should maybe, you know what I mean?" And I think the conversation has definitely gotten a lot better.
It's made it a lot of fun. Like, not that it wasn't doing it you and me.
No,
but like,
I swear.
we got in the modes. I feel like sometimes where we're like, oh, like we already
I gotta argue with this nigga again.
again. No, but I was even like talking to my girlfriend last night. I was like, oh, it's been so fun. Like, I look forward to shooting content with you guys. Not that I didn't before.
No,
but
no,
it's definitely, you know, it's just more people, more fun. You
It's
know,
more dynamic. No, I think that honestly, you coming on was the best thing, bro. So I'm happy.
Thanks, Jose.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
this is an unusually warm moment for the StereoVision.
I know, bro, that's what I'm saying. The end of the year always gets me like that, though.
Right.
I be mad reflective. You know what I mean?
I love December Miles.
I swear, bro. This is my favorite time of year.
It's like
bro.
he's such a dickhead all year. Then in December, he's like really like understanding and kind of wise, and we have a lot of long conversations
I hate niggas.
about life and shit. I wish you were like this all the time.
When I'm not anxious, I could be more positive. You know what I mean? All my shit is done, bro. We on break. Can we
Yeah.
talk about that in like the music? Like, what the fuck is that? Music industry people just are like, yeah, this is still like high school, college. I need my winter break.
It's kind of, bro. We witnessed a crazy conversation from one of our executives talking to his assistant. I'm not gonna name names, but on the way out, he was just like, yeah, so this break don't mean shit. He's like, you got to keep driving the car. Just even if there's not other cars on the freeway, that don't mean you get to fall asleep. You keep your hands on the wheel and keep that thing moving. All right, have a good break.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I personally have never had a real break anyway in the music industry. It's always fake. You know what I'm saying? Someone's always texting me about something. So we'll see if this one ends up being real.
I feel like mine is about to be real because I was texting with my boss this morning and I was like, happy holidays, whatever. Just like, I'm a text away if you need something and it's urgent. And she was just like, nothing's going to be that urgent. Enjoy your break. Clear your head. And I was like, that's nice.
Fire. That's fire. Yeah, I definitely already have a couple tasks to attend to.
Yeah.
But the fact that I don't have a set time I have to be up is going to be good. As long as I can get some sleep these 2 weeks, I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
But we're going to be gone from the pod. So this is the last episode of the year. You know what I mean? So make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all this shit, obviously. Let us know what was your favorite episode if you've been watching all of them. What's the best content you've seen from us this year?
Yeah.
But I guess we can kind of get into talking about the wider year in music.
Yeah, I mean, let's just kind of reflect on a great 2023,
I think that, I guess I kind of want to start with, do we want to start off with MVP or Best New Artist?
I think we should just get right into MVP.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like we all might have a similar answer.
Mm-hmm.
And like we've kind of touched on it before. I don't know. I think the MVP of 2023 was Lil Yachty.
I agree.
Okay. Are you talking about hip hop wise?
Nah, music wise.
Music wise, why?
Because
I kind of took mine hip hop wise.
yeah.
To be honest, when I was looking at the whole thing, I'm not considering a Taylor Swift or an Olivia Rodrigo or any of them. I kind of took it in my world, in the circles that I'm involved in, which primarily is hip hop.
Yeah.
I see it to be Yachty.
I think I kind of agree with you, but we talked a lot about SZA last night, so that's why I'm saying like I just want you to like talk through it. And
That's why I was gonna say, because SZA is my number 2. Like I put both of them down. So like SZA was the only other person that I thought was contending, but I picked Yachty because I think Yachty had the youth. Mm-hmm. And I think that, that's been a theme with how we think of things. Obviously, we're a younger podcast, but like I feel like if you have your finger on the pulse and like understand what's happening next and are able to speak to that through visuals, fashion, features, your own individual songs, how you're dropping the songs, he seemed like every move he made was right. Mm-hmm. And then to end so strong with doing all this Concrete Family stuff, doing the Cypher, Caribou taking off, just did the Christmas song with DC2 Trillin' everyone, like the podcast. The nigga really has done everything in every medium of content. So I'm going Yachty as my MVP for this year.
Yeah, you can't just do one thing. You can't just drop one great album. You can't just do an album, do a couple features. To be the MVP, you have to be everywhere. Yeah. You have to be executing everything on a high level. And like you said, that's exactly what he did. He opened the year with Let's Start Here, which was the biggest deviation from his sound that he's ever made. And it was a really successful deviation. I think it made a bunch of year-end lists. I think people really liked it. Reaction online at drop was incredible.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
It's crazy that was such a big splash, such a big moment, and I feel like he's done so much this year that's almost like faded into the background. It was also a really early release.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just like, he also did that. You know what I mean? But then he had all the songs. He had some incredible tracks come out, some hits, some incredible guest features. He's rapping his ass off. And like you said, he was breaking artists. You know what I mean? Like, we'll get into it when we talk about Best New Artist, but there's a couple people in that Concrete camp that you could like make claims for as like some of the best new artists to come out this year, No
cap. I mean, shit.
And the podcast. I didn't even get on the podcast. Best new podcast. One of the, like, I'm not, like, it's funny because I have a podcast, but I don't really watch and consume that much long form podcast content. A Safe Place is one that I will.
It's the
like pretty much every episode. I'll sit down and watch the whole thing.
It's so easy to watch. Such great conversation.
Yeah.
That nigga's funny too. He's a funny nigga. I could appreciate an artist who like actually lets you into their life and personality and isn't so obsessed with being shrouded in, not even just because I feel like mystery is a word like we use a lot. Just like, like kind of being standoffish a little bit, I like that he's let us into his life.
Yeah, and I think it's allowed him to showcase like the positive sides of his personality way more, because I feel like whenever we do hear from Yachty, it's like him like complaining about something or just being like a little bit like, oh, why does everyone hate me? But this kind of allows him to like, be his true self and be funny and be like more vocal about things and like fully explain himself when
I was gonna say
he does
create your own narrative.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the guests he's been able to get have been really interesting. Everyone from like V's to Arrogant Tay to he just had Coach K and P up there. Like it's become a very interesting platform. and like there's a lot of diversity in the guests that he's bringing on.
I would love to sit on that purple couch that he has there.
What, that Mitch sits on?
Yeah, that's a wild.
Calling it a couch is crazy.
What? Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, I feel
purple
like-
structure.
I feel like that can't be comfortable the whole episode, bro.
At all.
There's no
At
back
all.
to it.
That to me is the closest thing is like, you know, like the cat furniture that you get for your cat.
Yeah.
That they cuddle in. That's the
Yeah.
closest thing I've ever seen to like human cat furniture, and I really want it.
No, it's fire though. It's a fire piece.
But you did say SZA. I think that if it's not Yachty, it's definitely her. I mean, she killed shit. SOS ran the whole year. Visuals everywhere. You know, she obviously did the tour. Got D4VD to open, so like she had that element being brought in. The songs were like TikTokable, but also you got something like Snooze. Like it, she killed shit. Obviously, I fuck with it.
I do too. Travis Scott had a big year.
Yeah,
I don't think he's the MVP, but I do think he was everywhere. I think he had the best selling hip hop album of the year. And I think the collabs that he did, we talked a little bit about the AP collab last night. The GQ cover story. It seemed like every time he stepped out, it was a big splash. He didn't do any small. There was no small Travis Scott moments, you know? And the tour.
that Nike shit was funny though.
Which one?
The recent one.
What are you talking about? Oh, the
When he
shoe?
when he was yelling at the guy, yelling at the
Oh yeah.
bro.
The Cactus Mac stuff. Is that what
Yeah,
you're talking about?
yeah.
It's corny.
It's a roller.
I don't like that. I don't like this
it's
marketing
so.
stunt
It's
he's
just
doing.
so obvious that
also
it's
not.
fake.
It's not him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's gimmicky.
He's like, come on, John.
Yeah, I agree.
John.
I agree.
Then he's like, I'm gonna deface your fucking name, like with graffiti. I'm edgy. No hate on Travis though. No hate
He had
on
a good
Travis.
year though. He
Watch
had
his
a,
GQ
he had a
10
really
Essential
good
Things.
year.
That 10 Essential Things was hilarious.
I loved it.
You gonna get a BlackBerry?
Yeah.
Gold one.
I'm gonna get the PG Lang phone.
Oh god.
Like getting the-
Why do niggas want to drop phones?
Huh?
What is they on?
That's the most Kendrick thing I ever seen. Bro, that phone.
I don't know if that's fire. To be honest, I get it.
This
I feel like Kendrick is trying to be edgy in his own way, but I don't like it.
nigga want to hate on Kendrick.
I'm not hating. I'm just
No,
like,
no.
what's the point?
Nah,
Well, I would
I'm not
love
hating.
if I had bread. I would love to have that as a second phone. To be honest,
as a burner phone.
just same number, same everything.
What
but
contacts you put on that one?
it could have all my contacts.
Oh, okay.
But just the fact that it's no social media, it's really just phone calls and texts. I could choose. I could consciously be like, you know, I don't need to be on social media today. Because you can't, I mean, I guess you can tell yourself that and try not to get on it. But you realistically need to keep your phone in case someone tries to contact you. So if if I wanted to have a day where I'm just like, okay, off my phone, I'll just take that phone.
Did you have a Firefly when you were like a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just
Well, I had like the LG chocolate.
yeah, he just had the fucking adult Firefly, bro.
Yeah.
Like just with the you could call your mom.
Yeah.
Like you got one
Yeah.
number in there. Like
Exactly.
911.
Oh my god.
I'd get a flip phone. I'd get one of those just to take on
Yo,
occasional
I
days.
was wilding with that. Because I had begged my mom for a phone. I got the phone. It was only her number in there, bro. I would call her way too much. Just be like, yo, you good? You know you could contact me, right? Stupid.
Why don't you ever call me like that?
I learned quickly not. I'm gonna start FaceTiming niggas more. Spencer didn't like FaceTime at first.
I still don't really.
Spencer doesn't. I can tell you don't like FaceTime if he's taking you like a little too long to answer.
Yeah.
Spencer doesn't like to be contacted.
Are you a FaceTime person?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna call you, I'm gonna FaceTime you. I'm not gonna just like call you regular.
I like to
unless
be
it's
contacted.
quick.
I like to be contacted because usually when someone's calling me, it's on some business shit. So if it's a friend, I'm gonna always pick up. You feel me?
You like sit and like talk for a little bit.
Yeah, just for a little bit. I mean, it's just nice to like have someone call you when they don't need something. You know, they just want to talk, just want to hear how your day's going. You know what I'm saying? Just like
We're gonna group FaceTime over the break.
I just feel like we can do that. I'm not. You guys know. I feel like you guys have picked up on it that I'm not one for just pointless conversation.
yeah, you literally want the fucking phone with just calls and texts.
Watching
Yeah.
Spencer
Like
small talk is funny, bro.
I'm like, can we stop? bro?
Because you'll actively be like, "What's the craziest thing? Like, how can we like make this conversation? Let's turn this up now."
Oh yeah, I'll try to turn it on his head instantly because it's just so boring.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess kind of on a less serious note, what was your favorite meme or funny moment from the year? Something that really made you laugh.
One of my favorite memes right now on TikTok. It's not as like, I mean, I don't know. I think it's hilarious. It's like when people are giving AI these prompts. you know, they're like, can you generate me like a happy Italian boy? You know what I mean?
Happy Italian boy is crazy.
No, and then they do it, and they're like, okay, this is a start, but he needs to be more Italian. And have you guys not seen this?
No.
And then AI does another one, and they're like, no, more Italian. And the AI image just gets like way more Italian, and the boy has like pizza coming out his mouth. And then they're like, no, he needs to be like on a different level of Italian.
Stop.
And it's like 10 different pictures, and he ends up as this like cosmic Italian being, like in the like that's all knowing, and
That's all knowing.
What is going on?
I gotta show you guys one of these. Hold
No,
on,
do not pull up this Italian.
No, pull it up. Let's see.
because it's not just for Italian boys. It's like
It's for anything, I swear.
yeah.
Oh my god.
AI Italian guy.
My favorite moment.
No,
of the
just
year.
wait,
My favorite-
just wait. We're gonna wait. This one only has 28 likes. This can't be it.
This can't be the good one. You're gonna have to send, if you find one, you're gonna have to send it to me, and I'll put it in the video.
But I want you guys to see it. You can talk about yours for a second, but I'm gonna look for this.
My favorite was the folding chair fiasco, when those people got in that brawl in like Alabama.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the niggas were beating each other up and falling everywhere.
Yeah.
And the nigga hit it with that shit was funny to me, bro.
That was super viral, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember my sister sent it to me, and I was like, bro, she doesn't send me fight videos, but she was the first one to send it to me, and I was the first time I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is interesting.
This
And
is a
then
world star.
I saw it everywhere after that. Like the next day, it was going crazy, and I was like, oh, nah, this is actually a crazy ass fight.
You know, fuck around and find out for real.
Can I show you guys this?
Hey, no, show us.
Here, scroll through this.
Draw a Filipino kid. This is
my
gonna get
God.
crazy. More Filipino than that.
Yo, this
More make him do Filipino things.
damn, this is kind of insane, bro.
More make him the quintessential Filipino. Filipino beyond anyone's wildest dreams. Oh my god. More than that. Not nearly Filipino enough. You can do it. Oh my
nah,
god.
that I don't know about this.
Make him the Filipino on a global level. Others will kneel before his Filipino. Bro.
Yo, this is crazy, bro.
More make him Filipino on a cosmic. So this is how you get to cosmic. Yo. I'm done. A tournament to the god of being Filipino. He's Filipino on a. More. How is there more deity of Filipino on this transfer? What is happening right now?
Yo, I'm gonna be the first one to say it, bro. AI is kind of racist.
More.
bro.
Make him indefinitely more. This is it's way more. Wait, bro. Stop, Spencer. And Spencer be looking at that.
That shit does not pop up on my For You page.
at
No?
all.
No.
No, it does not.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That's kind of good content though. AI has been one of the more funny things. Just getting like fucking Patrick Star singing songs and like
Yeah.
SpongeBob
Yeah.
singing songs, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard this nigga Patrick singing some gospel music one time. That made me laugh. The AI memes of like making like cartoon characters like hood niggas, bro. They throw grills on them niggas and shit. Be dying, bro.
No, that should have been funny. Honestly, AI might be one of the MVPs of this year.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, because we could talk about AI as like an overarching thing. I feel like it fits into a couple of different categories because that was a cultural moment, but just kind of like the not resurgence of it, but like it kind of just taking over into our lives and us not giving a fuck about it. Because like I think the easiest way to introduce us in our society to things is comedy. So make it funny and we won't take it seriously. But like it could really like niggas could do some crazy shit with AI.
It's getting serious. It's getting scary. I think it's only gonna get worse in the next 5 years. Let's see what else. I feel like, you know, obviously we talked about this earlier, but something that's been completely overlooked is just like Will Smith slapping the fuck out of Chris Rock, but also the drama that has been ensuing after that.
Just Will Smith.
It's
Yeah.
just like Will Smith and the whole family, like they were the quintessential like happy like American family, and now I don't know what they've become. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
mean, the slap saved the marriage though.
did it save the marriage?
That's what Jada said last week.
They're still married?
So
Hey, I was confused as fuck too. Imagine me scrolling the timeline. I see like, wait, I thought them niggas was, and they had just, but she was wanted Tupac.
I feel like
And
I
now,
see. Go ahead.
Nah, now she's like, this was the best thing to happen to us.
I feel like I see Jada in the news unprovoked as much as I see like Boosie now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like they just be talking in interviews and people just repost.
You saying Jada the new
Yeah.
Boosie?
Yeah. No, low key, she is.
Boosie and Vlad got the craziest relationship.
Yeah.
Them niggas is besties, bro. That shit is beautiful to see, bro.
Yeah. He's actively like documenting his life now.
Oh, bro, the check that Boosie's probably getting from Vlad is probably like sizable at this point.
Yeah,
You gotta have equity in that bitch or something, bro.
for sure.
Oh God.
For sure.
I'm trying to think what other funny shit happened.
I think one of my favorites was the aliens.
the paper mache ones,
Huh?
the paper mache aliens, or the
Yes,
real
yes, the
aliens?
paper mache aliens.
Them niggas was funny.
And just like the government being like, "Yep, we're declassifying stuff. We have aliens," and everyone being like, "Oh, like, we don't give a fuck." Like you know what I mean? Like everybody already kind of knew. I just think that was a whole moment when they're like, "Wait, but they have aliens."
But
they're showing us the aliens.
There's a whole moment and nobody really cares.
No,
It's very interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because we're always about conspiracy theories and aliens and other life. And when they said, "Oh yeah, we do have that," it's like, no,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
yeah,
because they can't give us the real shit, bro.
Yeah.
There's some shit out
You
here.
think that's a softball? Like they got way more
soft
Oh,
launch,
yeah.
soft launch of the aliens.
soft launch.
They had to see how we'd react. What was it? They
I
had
think-
to test
I
our
think-
temperature and shit.
Yeah, I think we're at a point where there's a timeline now for humans to, like, out of necessity, know about extraterrestrials. You know what I mean? We've been contacted. We have maybe like 5 years until we're gonna need the entire human race to band together and cooperate or do something. So they have to ease us into it. You
I
know,
hate niggas. We really gonna have to tee up against the aliens,
or
you
just
going to war against them
or
niggas?
submit.
That's what I'm saying.
But
If them
either way,
niggas
they-
pull up on us, I might just be like, hey. y'all
If it's the
got it.
Anunnaki,
How can we
they can
work
take
together?
me.
You talking about Avatar, that movie?
No, that's not the
Oh,
movie. That's
oops.
that's the movie of Earth. The Anunnaki.
It might be.
I won't get into it.
You know, one picture that I think got overlooked, but is one of my favorite pictures of the year is Dr. Umar Johnson taking a picture with Sukihana. Can we talk about that, bro? That shit was so random and nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, because Dr. Umar just be outside doing whatever, bro.
Yeah.
Charleston White was funny this year.
Oh god.
Oh, you
Charleston
can't.
White.
Well,
He's a bad person.
Is he a bad person?
the worst, bro. No, but it is. It is.
Oops. That nigga just.
I've clicked on a couple videos and have been unable to click away.
Did you see that nigga get attacked on stage? And he threw like a potted plant at a nigga, and he picked up like a chair and was trying to defend himself from this dude who ran up on him on stage. That nigga's unhinged, bro. He's a funny one.
Did we lose the submarine people this year?
Ooh, yeah.
that was funny.
You're wild. Them niggas was really underwater.
Rest in peace.
Nobody gives a fuck about them.
Damn.
Billionaires. I mean, they didn't have to do it.
People die every fucking day.
They were doing a
Niggas
lot.
die every day, B.
They were doing a lot.
They were doing a lot.
Adam 22's wife got fucked.
That was a moment.
That was a thing.
Were you there?
No.
Spencer would have competed.
For the love of Lena. No, I don't want her.
Okay, yeah. I mean, obviously all the. Whoa, we didn't talk about Ice Spice
Oh yeah.
as a contender for like. Is it wild to say she's a contender for MVP?
She is the MVP of 2020.
Not my MVP.
Not my personal pick for MVP.
My MVP.
But if someone said she was the MVP, I would have to take him seriously.
I think it is very unique what she's been able to accomplish.
Let's say if you have to pick one thing that's your favorite thing about Ice Spice, what is it?
The music.
Okay.
Speak on it, man.
The music. I
She
think
can
it's
ask
like
Zelly.
again. I already said this last night. I'm not gonna act like Ice Spice makes the best music ever, but
Miss
I think
Poopy.
she's been able to carve out a lane. What did you say?
Miss Poopy.
Miss Poopy.
Oh yeah, she did in Delhi. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How is she saying things like that and still getting bigger? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I wonder.
No, she's actual. She went from a meme to pop star status on some Lil Nas X shit.
Yeah.
And to me, that is super impressive.
Miss Poopy.
I'm not going to hate. You're crazy. I'm not going to hate. Okay, so kind of talking about her, I guess. Best new artist of this year.
Ooh.
I think she's a very fair contender for that.
Top five.
Also,
Is
Sexy
she?
Red. She's this year, I think.
She blew up in 2022.
Munch
though.
was last year.
Munch was last year. Okay, yeah.
But I mean, that is just one song, so I guess you could do that. But I think Sexy Red is a better.
I'll go Sexy Red. I'll go
better-
Sexy Red is one of the best
If you're
new
gonna
artists
pick one of
this
them,
year.
you know, she's newer.
I mean, I have a list. Did you guys? I have a couple people.
No, go
You
ahead.
hate
I have a
hate Sexy Red.
I have a couple people. But she has to be acknowledged. I don't hate Sexy Red. I just don't like when she's throwing ass in jail and y'all are not going to create the narrative that's problematic. That's the one moment I don't like.
Ooh. You know who's MVP? Kai Cenat.
Yeah, okay. I want to talk about him for just like more like pop culture moments.
Okay, yeah,
because that streaming thing is a big thing. But for the best new artist, some other people who killed it.
V's is number one, obviously.
I don't consider him a new artist.
Oh, facts.
You know what I mean? I would have put him on here though if he was a new artist.
I feel like he is, bro. You gotta talk like nobody really gave a fuck about him until this year.
The first project
Who cares?
had momentum.
Who cares?
And there was anticipation. Because I think new artists is people who like really started making music, building out a catalog, is how I kind of looked at it.
Okay.
Like, you know, like nobody's a workout. So I put like, I put D4VD David. I think he was really crazy. Went on tour with SZA. Like, he went from literally recording songs in like his sister's bedroom to tour with SZA. That's pretty crazy. He really has a lot of international appeal. Caribou, obviously. Getting signed to QC was a huge way for her to end the year, getting the chain and everything. That was dope.
Yeah.
Anicia, also out of Atlanta. She's doing her thing. And then the last one was Greek, who you know I've been playing a fuck ton of.
Yeah.
He hasn't dropped yet of a project this year, but that nigga is super, super tough. He's going to have a huge 2024.
I mean, what about Jordan Ward?
I didn't consider him best new artist.
When was he a new artist?
He did like Lil Baby Crush, Okay, all that shit.
But his first album, this is his debut album, right?
Debut album. I'm not mad at it.
I'll put him on that list.
I'm not mad at you saying that.
Yeah.
He just doesn't feel like he has so much music out.
Does he really?
He has so much music out. Like
Not that much
EPs,
music.
albums. He has at least 2 projects out. Pre this.
Would we consider like Cash Cobain like a new artist?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he belongs on that list because like obviously he makes his own music, right? But he's produced for so many people at this point.
Facts.
So many people, and he's crafting a sound that is like going to be very prominent next year, I think.
Yeah, and then I mean obviously like there's been a couple people who have kind of made some noise at the end of this year, but I think they're gonna really have a moment in 2024. I'm excited for the new shit. But I mean, okay, I want to talk now about the streaming shit.
Yep.
Just like overall, like great cultural moments. I think Kai really, really took over this year. Like from bringing artists on stream, giving them a platform to kind of roll out their projects. Like it's crazy that some of the biggest albums of this year have been promoted the most heavily on his stream from this nigga's basement.
Yeah.
Like he's really, really changing. You see, Elliot Wilson was trying to hate.
Yeah, I did see that. But that, whenever I saw the headline first, and I was like, I'm not even gonna watch it. See, it's just like old heads are gonna hate you.
Yeah.
They always say the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's always about not understanding things fully.
Yeah.
I think. I think with Kai, like you said, like the biggest albums of the year were. He was an essential part of the rollout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they know that, like, he's going to go viral. The clips are going to be everywhere. I also think, too, one thing that people don't really take into account is, like, his dedication and time commitment to, like, what he does.
Yeah.
The guy's streaming, like, 8 hours a day, and there was multiple times this year where he streamed multiple days in a row.
Yeah.
He did this year was when he did the Black History Month,
Yep.
like, 24/7 whole month stream.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. Yeah. People, like... Old heads never put in that type of work. You feel me? Like, no, I'm so serious. Like, bro,
this nigga's shooting crazy.
Bro, that's like an impossible task, bro. Imagine your life being live streamed for a month straight. You're sleeping, you're eating in front of the world, dude.
Yeah.
I think the creativity was on 10,000 with him and his ideas, and I think that he's part of a bigger picture that's being built out. Obviously, all the shit that he does with like AMP, but I think like Speed is like even doing like a crazy, like he's obviously on the much wilder side and has blown up for some not the best things.
Yeah.
But I think he's dope to see. I'm not really into like the Aiden Rosses and that shit, but it's just dope to see how the youth and young people have kind of taken these platforms for their own and found people that speak to them in a unique way, so they don't have to go to these more older traditional sources for pop culture news and like just conversation.
Yeah.
Like these communities really seem to give a fuck about the person that they're watching in like a little bit more of a genuine way. Like it feels like there's a little bit less of a disconnect between like, I don't know, this type of celebrity. You know what I mean? And like it feels like these people make sacrifices like that you can literally see for their fans. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? For the sake of content. You know what I mean? It humanizes them a little bit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And go.
No, I do know that like streaming culture is becoming a little toxic with all the like swatting stuff and all that. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
Like
it's funny. It's not funny, but
and I think that's the cost, and that's the kind of like side effect of all this is like you make so many sacrifices for your fan base that they feel like you're super accessible to them and they
parasocial shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that is also to that point. I think it's dope to see these people making mistakes in real time. and seeing them bounce back from it, because one, I think it puts cancel culture in perspective, because it's like, are you really gonna cancel a fucking 18-year-old kid for like doing something dumb when they have millions of followers and shit? It's like, no, this person is not gonna go away, like their life is not over. And two, it's like, bro, like I think we've watched them learn how to accept the moment, learn how to accept stardom, learn how to, if I don't want to get swatted, maybe I shouldn't make a YouTube video touring my house because people already know where I live and now could probably go on Zillow and look it up or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you're watching people learn valuable lessons about fame, success, when you don't come from that and don't have any ways to learn about it. So I think they represent some dope shit.
Mistakes in real time are important.
Yeah.
It definitely, I like what you said about kind of combating cancel culture, because that was a problem clearly with our society and the way we were going in the past couple years.
I swear.
And nobody's going to be perfect on an 8-hour live stream. You know what I mean? Nobody is. And you have to like accept that and realize that the stuff that you have been fed on podcasts, on short form content, on all that stuff prior to being live is like highly edited. You know what I mean? And it's important to realize that these people that you might have lifted up and put on a pedestal are not perfect either. You know, they just edited their shit.
We need in 2024 we might need less podcasts though, which is fucked up for us to say because we're trying to blow up off it. But yeah, some of these niggas do not need mics, bro. We need less red pill podcasts. That shit is wild, bro. I'm glad to see that trend kind of dying out.
Can you break down a red pill podcast?
Like fresh and fit, and like just niggas talking about nigga shit on fucking camera for a couple hours and like being weird about like women just for like clicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that type of shit.
I think it's only going to get worse.
It will.
Because I think that people are really starting to deviate from like traditional news outlets and really like consuming information and news strictly from the internet, whether it be Twitter, TikTok. And a lot of these clips are just like cut and circulating. So that's what people are going to see. Yeah. So opinions are becoming fact for the general population. Yeah. And I think it's only going to get worse because we're just in an era where people care more about opinions of people they like and that agree with them versus like what may be fact and what may be rooted in like truth and research.
Bro, it's more about the delivery than the information.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like an infographic that's all dressed up nicely and looks pretty is gonna get reposted even if it's wrong.
That's why I fuck with the community notes on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like how like you'll be scrolling and you'll see some wild shit and then you scroll just a little bit more and right under it says like this is not true.
That is really funny.
I saw like a picture of what was it? It was like a picture of Jennifer Aniston that someone had like posted and like she was looking like crazy, like really old. Yeah. And like everyone's like, oh, having discourse, and then you scroll a little bit down and some like literally the first thing like this is not a real picture of Jennifer Aniston. This is AI generated.
Just this morning I was like I saw a picture of like just like a bad bitch on my timeline and it just goes the caption was, I've been seeing this girl everywhere on my timeline. And the community note was, this is promotion from an OnlyFans model. This girl has not been everywhere on your timeline.
Stop, bro. Stop.
Damn. Bro. How do they know that?
Yeah, how do they get that?
Because I think it's Twitter, right?
And if enough people say it, maybe
yeah.
That's something. So favorite pop culture moment also that I want to touch on the Radar. On the Radar is my favorite of the entire year. I think that just understanding what Gabe P represents, how he's kind of started off as really highlighting the New York underground, and it has elevated to the point where this nigga has Drake, fucking there was a Yachty and the whole like Concrete Boys. Yachty came through twice, I think. Like he has found simultaneously every young artist that's popping off has gone to him. And now, if you're legit and trying to rap and do a freestyle, that's probably the platform to go on.
Right, yeah.
I fuck with him a lot. And he still does interviews. Still does great interviews. Still asks great questions. He's having fun with it. He had a show on AMP. Like, Gabe is really, really dope. Shouts out to him.
And still is making time for, like, what he built the platform on, which is, like, up-and-coming, developing artists, you know? It is a really dope platform, and he seems like a very, like, genuine person, you know?
Yeah. I think he's going to do a lot. I think New York as a whole had a great year.
Yeah.
New York has a lot of shit coming. I hope that they're able to really capitalize on the moment and it doesn't fizzle out, because I think that music is better and pop culture is better when like the big cities, the New Yorks, the LAs, the Florida, Miami's type shit is like really, really popping.
Yeah, New York was lost for a minute. I can't lie.
Yeah, bro. Them niggas is
lost.
Dirty niggas, bro. Sometimes.
Whoa.
Sometimes.
Yeah, yo.
That's a dirty city. That's a dirty place.
New York is one of the best cities on the planet.
I didn't say it wasn't, but it's a nasty place. It is a very, very dirty place.
I like to roll around in the dirt.
I do too.
I hate niggas. Barbie Oppenheimer was also a thing. I'm gonna watch that movie.
Oh, I thought you. Sorry, when you said Barbie Oppenheimer, my mind went to Bobby Altoff.
Oh my god,
She
I
was
was
a
forgetting
thing?
about Bobby. Bobby
No,
was a
right,
thing.
Right.
Her little interviews, the Drake fiasco, and everything.
She became like the people's symbol for like just like annoying white people. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I felt like it didn't necessarily have to fall on her like that, but I don't think she did herself any favors with just like the positioning of her bit and like who she chose to interview after like maybe Offset. Like if you notice, she hasn't done like many like hip hop rapper interviews.
Yeah, I'm looking at her
since
page
then.
now.
Man,
She did a
no.
little pivot.
Yeah, she
Right.
pivoted. That's why I think the narrative is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like she got roasted by Offset,
Yeah.
changed her look, and started to talking only to white people.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. And then she had like a couple random Hispanic.
Like she
people
talked to
on there,
J Balvin.
but- Yeah.
This is crazy.
No, it's a huge pivot. The first like 5 episodes are all like rap artists.
Yeah. Hey though, if we're gonna talk about Bobby, we gotta talk about the real person in that vote. Funny Marco had a great year too.
yeah.
Funny Marco gave great content all year, and he's ended off the year strong. Kevin Hart interview, hilarious. Nicki Minaj, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm sure that shit is funny. This nigga got disrespected by G Herbo and Southside and turned that into something positive. You know what I mean? Niggas was kind of supporting him. So shout out Marco.
Is the Kevin Hart interview, is that real? Like Kevin Hart seems genuinely like
Nah.
in distress throughout the whole thing.
I think Kevin Hart is a really good actor, and because he's a comedian also. So like
Right.
they definitely like talked about it before, and like he's playing into it.
I don't know. He seemed like kind of upset that like he came in here and was like wasting his time.
That is
you know?
not a real because you
I was fooled.
bro. Yeah. I mean, I was supposed to be. I said, bro. Yeah, I think that Marco's gonna be in a lot of movies. I think he's gonna be in a lot of movies, and I think him, Drewski, even like a Desi Banks, that like little Instagram community of like skit comedians. Still, they're gonna really have a good moment going forward in just like bigger media outside of social media.
No, for sure. Oh, the Drewski Birdman fiasco.
That was hilarious.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's just amazing pivoting. I do think it started out real with that IG Live. I think Birdman seemed visibly upset, and Drewski seemed genuinely confused on like what was going on. But I do think that like this TMZ thing is clearly staged and like you know part of a greater plot. And you know he's filming like it could have been Records TV show. Like I think that it is like a perfect time because again, like when I first saw it, I was like, damn, like is this real?
We getting at Drewski now?
Yeah, and I think like you know these like internet comedians are starting to like become really good actors.
Yeah.
And like they're able to like blur the lines between reality and skits in a way that you know I don't know how to say this, but like they're different, bro.
Why does everyone want to act? I didn't know that was such like a big thing. Like, you know, like, cause that's what like all these niggas obviously like that's an aspiration for them. Kai has come out and said like that's his goal. You know what I mean? He wants to be in movies and TV shows and shit. We see it with Caribou. She's like the only reason I started rapping was because I want to be an actress. Like, did y'all niggas ever want to like do that?
No, but I feel like it's always been the number one like goal in entertainment. It's like
Yeah.
people either want to be an actor or a musician. Those are
You
the
know,
two
I'm-
most forward facing. If you want fame, those are the two routes you go.
I think if you're doing skits on the street, you want to act.
Yeah.
You're just looking for a way in, and you don't have a path.
And I guess acting just seems like acting seems like really hard. Like comparatively to all the other things that could get you front facing fame. Like, you know, acting seems like something like you gotta be really talented and like work at that. That seems difficult.
They want that respect.
Yeah, that's why. Yo, I mean, like, I don't think he's like had like a super crazy year. I think he's still loading, but like that nigga Michael Rainey Jr. is really interesting because he's doing shit with. Oh my god, I'm calling my dad. That was nice. He's doing shit with music. Obviously, did the whole tape with Wolfface Joey, but the nigga's still like in Power, in Tariq, all that shit. Like
Yeah.
he's pretty dope for doing that. Okay, so what albums, projects are you guys most anticipating in 2024? We had a great year.
I mean, we can start off with Playboi Carti because he
Yeah.
just dropped the single.
Yeah.
And I think everybody is super excited about that. You know, every time he drops, he shifts culture. He brings a new sound. And so I don't think we expect anything different this year. So I think everybody is super excited to see where he goes with his new project.
That shit has fucked my head up the last couple of days. All I've been listening to is like a lot of Cardi in my headphones.
Yeah.
A lot of Playboi Carti. That nigga really has not missed. Really just innovative, creative. The new single sounds fire. Like it still sounds fire a couple days after. I'm excited for a Cardi album for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I would say that Cardi's like one of my most anticipated. I honestly think I'm excited to see who comes out in the Afrobeat scene on top. I think it's going to be Rema. I think that Rema is going to have like an amazing 2024.
Yeah.
But I'm also interested to see, because he's had such an amazing 2023, right?
Yeah.
I'm interested to see who's going to, try and fight him for that top spot. Because, obviously Burna Boy came out with a project. It was good. I don't think it did exactly what he was hoping it would do. And I think Rema is primed to take that spot. But Ashake, too, is right there. So I'm interested to see who's gonna take that top.
I mean, let's see what Thames does.
On
exactly,
God, I was gonna say all that shit. Q. I think I think Tim's is about to come back and give us some slaps.
Her new single was incredible. She's dropped 2 at this point. I feel like we're gonna get it in the first half of the year.
Yeah, she's gonna do some shit. I think Rema is really, really exciting out of there. I think that Ruger is really, really gonna have a chance to do something special because I think he dropped the album in, I want to say, October that went under the radar but was really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna have I think he could have a calm down moment next year if he gets the right feature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Gets the right chance to kind of get people to shed light on his talent.
Ruger just doesn't have the name recognition that the others do
exactly
out here. But obviously he's huge. Bro. So that song Tour is like one of my favorite songs of the year.
In the like the Afrobeat, Afrofusion space, it's also going to be really interesting to see where Tyla goes.
Yeah. Facts.
I mean, she has the name and the hit at this point to also pull a lot of American features. I know we saw Travis Scott on the remix.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to see what, an R&B Afro pop fusion album sounds like from her, especially if we get features from both Africa and America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucked up in my I want her to go full pop.
Really? Why?
I want her to go full pop.
Why?
I think that's just more her.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I think it would feel more genuine from her. I don't know. I don't know her. You know what I mean? She don't know me, so I can't really speak on that. But I just think like, be Rihanna. Embrace that. Try to.
Be the new Rihanna, which I think has elements of your South African upbringing.
It has elements.
You know what I mean? Like
it'll definitely have elements because you
yeah.
can't get rid of who you are. But I think her lane isn't that traditional Afrobeat African sound that I think we're talking about now. It is something like different.
It's fusion. Yeah. It's that's her biggest strength is that it's different. It's fusion.
But yeah, she's gonna have a big year.
I'm really excited for A$AP Rocky's new album if we ever get it.
Yeah. It's been a year since he said the shit is done.
Not excited?
I'm not.
Are you an A$AP Rocky fan?
Not really.
No.
I mean, I just think, look, obviously super talented, super influential. But I think his time is come and gone. I really do think. I think in the fashion world, he still has, ways to go. Like culture-wise, he still got ways to go. But music-wise, bro, time to move aside, bro.
I'm not mad at
this
that.
This nigga love to tell niggas move aside. This nigga love to dismiss people.
Time to move aside, bro.
He's not wrong. That's kind of how it feels. But I'm a big Rocky fan. I've seen Rocky do it a couple times. Like he dropped "That's My Bitch," and I loved that song last year. You know what I mean? And it showed that he still has that really unique perspective on creating music. So I'm still definitely interested.
What was the last project he dropped?
Testing.
Yeah. So the nigga hasn't disappointed on a project. I think he just needs to drop. I'm excited for Rocky. If it's bad, there's no point even having that conversation. You know what I mean? If it is, we'll talk about it then. Baby Keem.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for him to drop something next year. I think that that little Melodic Blue movie's cool.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it yet. No.
I want to watch it. I haven't seen it yet.
I think that shit seems really, really cool. I think that obviously PG Lang is positioned to do something in the next year. I think just like to really get the label out there, get their first release out under that, because I think Kendrick's last one was under TDE still.
Yeah.
It was the last TDE album. So it's time for like PG Lang to truly launch, at least on the musical side.
I feel like sorry.
I think Keem's just primed for a big moment.
I think they're gonna launch with the Hillbillies album.
Okay.
Personally, that's what I think, and I'm really excited for that.
I think the more I think about it, I could see it happening, because that would start off with a bang.
Yeah.
That would start off with a bang. I hope it gets the hype it deserves, I guess, because that fucking Flog Gnaw performance was dead, bro, in the crowd. It wasn't like dead, but I feel like the crowd was not as hype as they should have been.
I agree.
I don't think that Baby Keem and Kendrick are locked in the way they should be. Like obviously they're locked in with each other, and the songs they've made have been incredible, except for Baby Hillbillies. But I don't think that they really. There doesn't seem to be a very clear vision on like what they want to do together. And I think even with Keem, right? Like we say we're excited for like maybe a Keem solo project. What more can Keem deliver to the game that is different right now? I don't think they have any real. It's weird to say because it's Baby Kendrick and Keem, but I don't know. I don't think they have any real original ideas or even a vision for what this is gonna be. You know, I'm not super excited for it.
I mean, I would take Melodic Blue Part 2. I think Melodic Blue itself was very different and refreshing and really high quality, and I think he could do something in a similar vein, and it's still not played out yet, you know?
And it's like, I think a thing with like music and all these artists is I want to see their perspective as they get older. Because it's just like people, you know what I mean? I don't think anyone has groundbreaking fucking topics of conversation. Like if you go to fucking these artists and you're like, oh, this is going to change the way I think about like shit, like on an insane level, like, you know what I mean? Like, or like any like political views or whatever, like shit like that, like, you're looking for the wrong sources, you know what I mean? You shouldn't be idolizing these niggas and shit like that. But like, it's just dope to kind of see another person's take on the world, on what they're seeing, on a lifestyle that maybe I'm not privy to, you know what I mean? It's like watching a movie kind of, or a TV show, you know? So I'm excited for the next iteration of his life that he chooses to share with us in a musical way. And I think that like nothing production-wise sounds like what he does.
Yeah.
He does have an interesting take on hip hop, and in a year where hip hop has been kind of stale, and it seems like everyone and their mom is taking a moment to kind of shit on hip hop overall this year. You know, I think he could breathe new life into the genre.
No, that's fair enough.
For sure. Frank Ocean, I think he's gonna drop.
Keep dreaming.
I think he's gonna drop. You could stamp this like really. I really think he's gonna put something out next year.
I'd love that.
I think it's time for him to do something. I think we got a fucking Andre 3000 solo album. Like this nigga has been a little bit more active on social media. I know we can't really equate that to anything because this nigga has fooled niggas before, but I think that would be show stopping.
Frank Ocean is foolish.
He's an individual, bro.
He's a fool.
He's an individual.
He's not a fool.
This nigga,
he's richer than you.
They hate, you know.
Does him being richer than me make him less foolish?
Yep.
Is he a fool or is he just not
playing
the game? He's not playing the game.
That's so funny because I feel like every time people disrespect you, you know, this is the classic abuser abuse. You're just like, he's not playing the game. He's not playing by your rules. No, he's dead ass disrespectful, bro.
Oh my God! I'm tired. This nigga does not owe you anything.
I'm tired of the Frank Ocean. Oh, you don't get it. He's just an artist. He doesn't owe you anything. I think when you decide that you're going to perform at Coachella.
Oh my God.
You
Coachella,
put on
it's bad.
I wasn't at the performance, so I don't know. I'm not even going to call the performance mediocre.
Yeah, because you weren't there.
I wasn't there. I have no idea. But I do know he canceled the second weekend. And even though y'all think that he doesn't owe us anything, when you sign a contract and you're in a legal obligation, legally binding obligation.
Coachella was bad.
Why are we still talking about Coachella?
Yeah, Coachella was bad.
2 weekends in a row because that happened this year.
Okay, but we agree with you.
Y'all are acting like this shit happened last.
But what does that have to do with the album?
I'm saying,
what does that have to do with his
music?
I'm saying that he's playing you.
But what does that have to do with his like?
I'll gladly get played.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not like over here like.
Fair enough.
I need a Frank Ocean album.
I'm not pissed off, bro. I'll go listen to Channel Orange. Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm just saying, bro. He's a disrespectful.
You was just hating.
He's not disrespectful. Yeah, shut up.
No, he's disrespectful, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
You feel disrespected by Frank Ocean?
Yeah, I didn't get to see his performance.
You don't like this nigga music, so why you disrespected?
I do, bro.
You be slapping his music?
Not day.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Not day to day, but you slap him every day.
Yes, bro. Channel Orange is one of my most favorite. Bro, Channel Orange is a top 3, maybe my most favorite album ever.
You play it every day,
bro. Okay, every single day.
That's what I'm asking you.
Most days, I play Frank Ocean several times throughout my week. Yes.
So why do you feel like what I'm saying about Frank Ocean is wrong?
Because it doesn't matter. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong at all.
Okay.
I think that calling him disrespectful for not going to Coachella weekend 2 is perfectly fine. I'm saying it's irrelevant towards the point I'm making.
What's the point?
I'm very excited for new music from him in 2024, and I think I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
This nigga just want.
No. You're. I like that. I'm. You know. This is growth. This is growth. I appreciate that you acknowledge my point and that you respected it. I acknowledge your point and I respect it.
I don't respect your point.
What you're saying, bro, is that like Zion is disrespectful for getting fat.
For getting injured?
No, for getting fat.
For getting tubs.
For getting fat and out of
but
shape.
That's partly because he got injured, right?
Is he Ooh.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying you can't say somebody is disrespecting you by their squandering their own potential.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can do whatever you want with your life. Zion doesn't owe you anything. He doesn't owe you being the next LeBron.
That is
he
a
can
fat
go
nigga.
He can go get fat and be an average basketball player, and I don't feel disrespected. Maybe he's disrespecting himself because he's not living out his potential. Yeah. But why you feel some kind of way about the way his life's going is crazy.
I feel like, and again, I'm not the biggest like sports fan, but from what I know of Zion, like everyone was calling him LeBron in college. I was like, bro, like there's too much pressure on him. He got injured when he first got to the NBA, right? And then he's had these chronic problems, which we saw in college, of just like messing with weird women, like weird women that are gonna disrespect disrespect him in public. Like
just like Frank Ocean has chronic problems of dropping music and going away and not posting on social media to feed the algorithms and not posting singles.
Is that a problem? That one.
It sounds like it's a problem to you. It sounds like it's a problem to you if you feel personally disrespected by it.
I feel like these are two different things. Like I think Zion Williamson has like real issues health wise and mental wise. I feel like Frank Ocean, while he may have mental problems, like I don't think that's a reason.
And he hurt his ankle.
Oh, he did.
Damn, so he's really Zion.
He's really Zion.
But I don't think that means you just play your fans, bro. I think Zion's
playing the fans. Niggas, bro. Think about the little kid.
Do people care about
Think about the little kid who's like, Mom, Dad, I gotta go to this New Orleans Pelicans game. And you see this fat nigga on the bench not playing that day
because he got
paid money for these things, not because he's fat.
Bro, he's not injured right now. Bro. He's just big and bad.
Why did he get big and bad? It's crazy. That nigga put up 36 on Rudy Gobert. Okay. Also, Zion got injured because he's fat.
Zion got injured. Okay.
Because he was in such.
I don't know if I see the connection though.
You can okay. Sorry, y'all. I love who. Give me 2 seconds.
No.
This nigga is 300 pounds.
Damn.
At 6'6" with a 40-inch vertical. If you're jumping that high, all that weight has to come down on your knees multiple times a game. You can't move at that weight, bro. You're setting yourself up for inevitable failure. This nigga's knees gonna give out, hamstring go crazy. If you roll your ankle at that weight on the landing, bro, you're clipped. You're done. The nigga has to be like 260.
I think if like Anthony Davis was doing all this, you might have a point. But do people care about Zion Williamson like that?
Bro, he was supposed to be the next LeBron.
This nigga was on.
Yeah, but why not? Why not? I mean, obviously different teams, but like again, AD is going to be what? I mean, he's not going to be LeBron, but you know.
No, he's supposed to take over the Lakers, be the face of the Lakers.
Like,
yeah,
he's great.
I don't think Zion is like a good comparison to Frank Ocean.
Well, no, the comparison is it's his own doing. He is fucking up his career on his own doing. Anthony Davis is incredibly injury prone, and it's not his fault. Yeah. He's just a big dude that gets hurt. Glass bones, paper skin, whatever you want to say.
Hey, but having Zion, a great season this year.
Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is you can't be mad at somebody else for not fulfilling their potential. It sounds like you're mad at Frank Ocean for not dropping music and not being a bigger star than he is and not giving you art. New Orleans fans are mad at Zion for not losing weight and being in shape and ready to run the court and play good basketball.
And the theme with both of them is they both could be the best of the best. They both have the potential and have displayed that potential multiple times throughout their careers. Like, oh, if I got on my shit and really did what I was supposed to do, got with the program that all these other niggas is on, I'm better than all these niggas. Better than all of them. And we selfishly as fans want that. Because it's like, you've shown me this. I've seen this. And I, for my own personal enjoyment, want more of this. Because I for sure was on the same page as you with Frank Ocean for years. But over the last couple, I've had to be like, yo, this nigga don't want it as bad as I want it for him. So I can't want this nigga to be a star more than he wants to be a star.
Yeah. And so go ahead and jump off the fandom. That's fine. You don't have to be a fan. But don't say he's disrespecting you.
I think he is still disrespectful. Okay. I mean, I feel like Playboi Carti is like on a similar type time, but like I still feel like he is, I don't know, more committed to the craft almost.
Yeah.
And what he's building.
I agree.
I think Frank Ocean is just kind of like, aloof and pops in when he wants to pop in, and then is like, actually, I don't want this attention.
I don't think Frank wants to be an artist. I think Frank is a human being, like a regular nigga who is really good at singing. I think Playboi Carti, like, even though he doesn't drop, is really a true musician. If that makes sense. Like, we love to talk about Frank.
We do.
We love to talk about Frank.
Any other albums
you're
excited for this year?
Smino, I want him to drop.
Could we get a Tyler project?
Yeah. Were we supposed to? Did the timeline get fucked up this year?
Yeah, because we got the estate sale instead of a new project because 2021 was Call Me If You Get Lost.
He could get it. Yeah, I mean, the timeline is fake. It was kind of real. It
was real for him more than anyone else.
It was real.
I would love a new Tyler album.
I would love a Tyler album.
Yes. Boldy James and Jay Dilla didn't come out this year, and now it's feeling a little less real. But there still are reports that album is floating around. That would be the best fucking album of all time. So I really need that to drop in 2024.
Yeah, and SOS Deluxe is gonna go crazy. Right. SOS Deluxe, PSA on streaming is gonna be great. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about music wise before we end on a more personal note? Anything in the culture?
Nope, done with music.
Anything relevant?
Yeah, I think we had our music conversation.
Yeah, you know, we got a good
Spencer
little debating. You know what I mean? Niggas woke up. But after a great year, man, what are some resolutions, some goals y'all have going into the new year? You know, just you want to improve on.
Say you want to start.
Man, every year I've kind of since like 2021 I've kind of built out this list in my notes app of things, and like I'm starting to get a little bit better at it. Like I check in quarterly. Next year I want to check in more monthly and just like really improve things. It's always pretty much the same thing, right? It's health, wealth, and career, right? And I think like for me, going to the gym consistently, you know what I'm saying, and really getting that down is really my top. But this year I want to create a schedule for my diet as well. I feel like diet and nutrition is the key to unlocking everything, because the key to waking up on time, it's the key to feeling good and getting through the day without hella caffeine. You know what I'm saying? Like these are things that I want to work on and improve. So routine for gym, but also diet, nutrition, and obviously wealth. I'm not going to say how much I want to save. I need money, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need some bread this year. And I think it's very possible. I've been having a lot of conversations, and I think, you know what I'm saying, it's time to up the game wealth-wise. So we're going to do that next year. Let's see. Obviously, you know, I don't think I've ever talked about this, but I have like a little party series that I really want to get off the ground next year. So that's a big goal. And then StereoVision wise, man, we just gotta go harder, bro.
Tee up, man.
That's it, bro. Like we've been going pretty hard this week. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, because we got to film before end of year, but I don't know. I think that social wise, we got to go harder, and just like we've seen the results of just like grinding for what it's been like 5-6 months, and I think we have real potential to like really take off next year and like really gain like an actual audience and following. So you know, so in a nutshell, I didn't really go into detail with anything, but that's pretty much
that's good. That's good, nigga. So, what you gotta the health as well thing is real, bro. I definitely like that's one of mine is definitely like cook more. Like definitely you gotta do that. Save money on that, bro. Just like put better things in your body, you know what I mean? Things that you know where it came from a little bit more, you know, just less processed food, shit like that. StereoVision too, like go harder, really tee up, really make a difference in this shit, really start, you know, bringing the people more different types of content on multiple platforms. Consistency and discipline are just like two overarching themes for me, because I think like I try hard, I work hard, and don't always work the smartest in terms of efficiency, and like, you know, discipline is hard. Discipline is really, really hard. Just broggle. I think I want to get a plaque. I want to get a plaque.
Say that.
I want to get one plaque at least next year. That's a really like put out a song that like really has an impact. And like have a lot of people really moving. That's a big goal for me.
That's cool. I can echo the health thing. Two things that I want to do for my health are I want to drink a lot less. I feel like this is my first full year in the music industry where I could probably find an open bar 2 nights a week. You know
everywhere,
what I mean?
Bro, there's alcohol everywhere in this shit.
It's scary.
And you know, at the beginning I was like, well, you know, college me would slap me right now if I didn't go get a couple drinks. Like this is a crazy bargain, you know what I mean? Free liquor, like all that. But It doesn't have to be that way. I don't have to drink every time I go out. Don't have to get one just because it's free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that would be a health move I'd really like to make, is kind of making it a lot less frequent, not casually drinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't need just one drink. What's that going to do for me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More water. And then I want to run a marathon in 2024.
This nigga. Shouts out the half marathon.
Yeah, I got my half in 2023, but it's really just about the training. You know what I mean? Because when you train for a marathon, you're running every day, and the things mentally, I've realized that getting out for a run does for me. You know, it just puts me in a better space, makes me just better on all aspects of my life, to be honest, you know.
How do your knees feel after a run of like 20 plus miles?
I've never gotten 20 plus miles, so I'll tell you when I get there.
That's crazy.
I'll tell you when I get there.
My legs would be in shambles.
No, I definitely like collapsed after my marathon, like in this alley, and I had to pee so bad. It was so bad. But and then on the music tip, just on a personal thing, I really want to start making my own music in 2024.
Yeah,
you know, I think I dedicate many hours a week to playing guitar and playing piano, and it's always just me kind of jamming out, just kind of like a cathartic like relaxation for me. You know what I mean? Flow state for a little bit, but I actually want to turn that into some recorded music this year and start to build out songs and really see what that can do for me. You know,
Spencer finna fuck around and drop an album, bro.
I really want to get there. And then TheStereoVision, obviously, you know, this is probably the biggest goal. I really want to get back to a place where the content is rolling. You know what I mean? And I want to get back in my editing bag and really just go back to discipline. Like we were talking the other night, it's like I feel like I could always have two of maybe the three things that make me happy. You know, sometimes I'm like disciplined and healthy. Yeah. Sometimes I have opportunity and I'm disciplined. Yeah. Sometimes I'm happy and have opportunity. Yeah. But to be able to get all those at once, bro, that would be like a deadly combo. You know what I mean? And I wanna achieve that in 2024.
Damn, look at us with real goals. I think they're actionable. I think that's the main thing with like goals, because I don't really like to. You know, there's a lot of bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like people will say shit or say they got a resolution just to say it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym more. It's like, you know, like if that's not real, like there's other ways to get healthy that may be more realistic to you. So yeah, that's dope. I'm excited to see what you both do in the new year with
and
your
you
shit,
too, bro. Yeah,
that's gonna be really, really cool.
It's gonna be a big one for all of us and all of our viewers.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all feel free to, you know, drop that shit in the comments, bro. What do you want to see more from us? What are your goals in the new year, man? We appreciate y'all. We had a great 2023, really. Like, I seriously do not want to gloss over that. Like, obviously, like shit is not where you always want it to be. You know, you can always strive for more, but we did some dope shit. Yeah. We really, really did. We appreciate y'all, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always, man. Yeah. And we'll catch you on the new year, man. Peace.
Happy New Year.
Peace.